Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday, December 4th in the NBA. In this video, I have my favorite player prop at the end. We will talk about a parlay that'll help you turn $10 into almost $300. As always, my name is Austin. We'll also dive into the rest of the card tonight, which is a shorter slate than normal in the association. But let's dive right in. As always, my name is Austin. We begin recapping how we did on the previous day. It was a profitable day, minor, but a winning day nonetheless. In terms of our player props, we went 2-2. Lonzo Ball's under in points, pretty sweat free. Tyler Hero's under in threes, the opposite of sweat free. We had to sweat that out. That was the VIP play. Our Jalen Brunson Q1 play, where we took him for 8.5. Sorry, that should say 8.5 plus the 12 plus. He didn't really have to score a lot in the first quarter. And then LaMelo and Bridges under in threes parlay. I blame that tweet that said that him, LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, and Ja Morant were negative value. LaMelo definitely saw that, and he went nuclear against my Knicks. But either way, a 2-2 day for the props. In terms of our parlays, we obviously lost the ladder challenge. Don't even get me started there. And then we did lose our under in threes parlay, both smaller unit plays. So they are added towards the parlays in the ladder record down at the bottom right. But let's lock in. Let's have ourselves a great Thursday. I only have one official play in this video. Well, technically two. We'll dive into those in just 1 second. Obviously, it is Thursday, so there is an NFL game out there. Cowboys versus Lions. That video was posted later last night. I encourage you to go check it out. I talked about in the video how am I playing that video in that game. I would argue it could be a 2-unit play. It is a little bit of an interesting one. I encourage you to go check it out. I love the play. So go check that out. The video is linked down below as well as at the end of this one. And speaking of that game, the free pick of the day on Betr is a Dak Prescott, 1+ passing yards. He's certainly getting that. You can get that free pick using my code SHOT or just click the link down below. They'll also give you a free $10 and an up to $200 bonus. So again, we talk about Betr all the time. I'll have a Betr slip at the end, which is a bunch of unders, some unders that I really looked at, but again, I don't want to force a ton of action onto a short card. But again, code SHOT or the link down below. Here's my favorite player prop of the day. By far, I'll talk about some other ones, but the only one that I have my official own money on is Austin Reaves over 36.5 points plus assists, minus 114 on FanDuel, a 1-unit play. Now, obviously, this line's high. Why? Because Luka Doncic is out for tonight's game. I believe I saw he might be expecting his second kid. Obviously not Luka, but his wife, partner. I don't really know their exact relationship, but I think that's what's happening. But either way, all I know is Luka Doncic is out for tonight. And I'm going to back Reaves, who's been a beast this season. Now, we'll look at some numbers from Reaves. I would play this at 37.5. I don't love the rebounding matchup for him. He could get some rebounds, but I think points and assists is where I want to go to. Obviously, Reaves has played in some games this season without Luka, and he's balled out. I mean, to keep it a buck with you, if you look at his games with Reaves this season and a couple games last season, over in all the games, averaging 48.5 points and assists. He's been crushing it. Now, a couple of these games, obviously, we know didn't include LeBron James, like these 3 this season. Last year, he did have one with LeBron and without Luka. That was this game. He went 9 for 21. So again, didn't shoot the ball too well, but again, got the job done. But you've seen him crushing this line. I mean, heck, even in a bad matchup against the T-Wolves, he had 16 assists. So again, I don't love the assist matchup here for him. 7th fewest assists allowed for Toronto, and they're on the road. But like you could argue Minnesota, again, not a good assist matchup. He got 16 of those things. Now, LeBron being in the equation is going to lower the usage, but still, it's a great spot for him. Pick and roll ball handler, Raptors about middle of the pack. Free throws, you see them almost dead last. Spot up shooting. We know Reaves can score plenty of different ways. They're a good transition defense, which is not a bad thing. If they're a good transition defense, that should yield a lot more usage for Austin Reaves. At the end of the day, Austin Reaves has been playing really well this season, and he's going to play a ton of minutes tonight. And I don't think the Raptors have the best perimeter guard defenders out there. I think Reaves is going to play 36, maybe even 40 minutes. The Lakers do play tomorrow. So again, Luka probably not playing tomorrow either. So if I'm going to monitor the minutes of one of my 2 stars, is it Reaves or is it LeBron James? Probably say LeBron. So again, even though LeBron is in the lineup, it's not like we think of LeBron as a 30+ point per game scorer. That's not really what he does these days. I think it's a big Reaves game. I think he could hit this over and close to points alone, but there's also a way that he goes out there and gets 25 points, 12 assists. He can get 33 points, 4 assists. There's so much volume for Reaves tonight against a team in the Raptors that plays pretty fast. I love his overs. Give me the over in points plus assists. I would go towards the PRAs, but like I said, I don't love the rebounding matchup. I'd rather just trust the points and assists. And honestly, points alone is probably a solid wager as well. My second play is going to be our Dub Club exclusive play. Today, I don't really love the card. So actually, today is a exclusive same game parlay. I put 0.2 units on it. It is a plus 1,000 parlay. I'll let you know right now, it is in the Lakers game. If you want to know the game, Lakers and Raptors, plus 1,000, same game parlay, 0.2 units to win, almost over 2 units. So again, if you want it, you can join 50% off your first month. The link is down below if you seek. Again, Dub Club plays fit 2 in a row. We're going to get hot on them in December. Just saying, you don't want to miss out on those extra units. Get on in there. Finally, let's end the video with our Betr entry and a long shot. Can I interest you all in this long shot? Let's talk about it. Here are 3 plays that I love. Plus 2,800 odds on FanDuel. 3 legs, only risking 0.1 units. It is Sam Hauser, 4+ threes. Jordan Walsh, 8+ rebounds. And Isaiah Collier, a 6+ assists. All plus money props by themselves. I put them all together because why not? It's a Thursday. It's a weird one. Let's get it done. Plus 2,800 odds. You can sprinkle on this. Don't go too crazy. Again, I only have it for 0.1 units, a tenth of what I have on Austin Reaves. Now, why do I like these respective lines? I will begin. Actually, we'll start with Collier, who I like his individual line at 6+ at plus 154. I think it's good value. He will take on the Nets. Now, the Nets are not a great defensive team. They're also on a back-to-back. And if you look at them, 25th in assists allowed. Now, Collier has not had 6 assists recently. It's been like his last 5 or 6 games, only hitting that in 1 game. But you look at the matchups, OKC, Houston twice, the Lakers, Golden State. Not a lot of good matchups in there. However, like I said, the Nets, 25th in assists allowed. And Collier's been in those matchups getting, 11, 12, 13 potential assists. Obviously, teammates are helping him out because it's not great matchups, but a team like the Nets, we know they're really good against opposing pick and roll ball handlers, the guards, but they leave open a lot of guys wide open. I certainly think Collier could flirt with 6 assists. Now, we're going to need his teammates to help him out, but on the back-to-back, for the Nets, maybe the Nets defense just isn't there. Collier could get 6 assists. Wouldn't shock me at all. As for the 2 Celtics, they're obviously going to benefit from Jaylen Brown not playing. Now, I put not playing like that because he is currently doubtful with an illness. As we've seen time and time again, guys that are doubtful suddenly are playing. Guys that are playing suddenly are out, like Jalen Johnson yesterday. You just don't know in the association, which just kind of makes it a little bit difficult. But assuming Jaylen Brown is out, these are 2 guys that should benefit. Now, if you begin with Hauser, he has not had a good year. I'll call it what it is. Has not. But this is a great spot for him against this Wizards team. If you look at Hauser, he has destroyed them. His last 6 games versus them, 10, 4, 3, 4, 4, and 1, 3. So he has absolutely crushed it, hitting 4+ in 4 of his last 6 against them. He could attempt 10+ threes tonight. This is the South Wizards team that ranks dead last in catch and shoot threes. That is Hauser's game. As for Walsh, when he plays 25 or more minutes, he has 6 or more rebounds in every single game, which is regular lines 5.5. He has 8+ in 2 of those 5 games. I think he could go out there and do it. The Wizards allow the most rebounds per game, also pretty bad on the offensive glass. Well, defensive for the Wizards, offensive for the Celtics. Walsh is an aggressive rebounder. He's hustling for those offensive boards, trying to get those minutes. I think we had a chance here. Do I think it cashes 100%? Heck no, but plus 2,800 odds, sure. We'll take a shot on it. 3 guys that maybe not a lot of people are betting on, but I think are in decent matchups tonight. We'll take it. Plus 2,800, 0.1 unit. Finally, we wrap up the video with our chalkboard, our Betr entry. As I said before, Betr, you can sign up using my code SHOT. They'll give you a free $10. You don't have to make a deposit. All you got to use is my code. They'll also give you this Dak Prescott free pick. Here are 3 unders I looked heavily at. You can see them. Draymond Green, less than 23.5 PRAs. Tyrese Maxey, less than 31.5 points. Dalton Connect, less than 8.5 points. To talk about each of them individually for not more than like 15 seconds. Draymond's a fraud. On the road, no Steph Curry. I know he was good last game, but again, on the road, I'm happy to fade Draymond. Sixers defense is not too bad, so I'm happy to fade him there. I don't even care if Jimmy Butler plays or not. Draymond is just the guy could go out there and go 0 for 8 from the field and would not shock anyone. Maxey, obviously scary to fade a guy that's up there in the lead for points per game, but the Warriors are a pretty good defensive team against guards. They just don't give up a ton of opportunities. If I'm them, I'm leaving some other guys open. So again, Maxey, scary to fade him. He plays a ton, shoots a ton, but 32 points against a good Warriors defense, even though they're down Curry. They're going to have other guys in there that are good at defending. I think he has a slower matchup there. And then Dalton Connect, if I had to make one official one, it would be him towards the record. I looked at his under. The only reason I didn't pull the trigger is because Marcus Smart isn't playing. But Dalton Connect, he's not a big part of this rotation. Even if Luke is out, the guy's just not that good. So I think he only gets there if it's garbage time. If you look at his last game, he scored 13. Pretty much every single shot he had was in garbage time when they were down 20 plus points. So JJ Redick said, "Hey, have fun, get on in there." So I'd fade him though. I like his under 8.5 points. I threw $15 on it. You can put $2 for all I care. I think I got a chance there. That's all I'm saying. To wrap up the video, if I need to look at the rest of the games, like I pretty much talked about all of them except for Minnesota and the Pelicans. Not really a game I really want to get involved in. No Zion. These two teams just played 2 days ago, yesterday, whatever. Well, not yesterday, but 2 days ago. I just don't want to bet on that game. I just don't. Maybe Ant-Man threes is not a bad play. But again, I just don't want to force a play in that one. So again, just backing Reaves today, doing that long shot at parlay you saw with Hauser, Collier, and Walsh. And then we have that Del Club exclusive 0.2 unit play, same game parlay in the Lakers and Raptors game. I'm out of here. Have a great day. If you want to go check out my Cowboys and Lions video, I encourage you to do so. We will have another ladder challenge in that game. And man, do I need one to go through the hoop? See if we can get one done in the NFL, which is where we got to day 10. The NBA has just not been it for the ladder. I'll probably do one on the side today just to see if we can dial on in, but we've been the opposite of dialed in over there. Either way, stay tuned. I appreciate you for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm out of here. Have a great Thursday. See you guys back on Friday for another long shot parlay on a Friday. Let's get it done. Peace out.